Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more Frostpunk, the Fall of Winterhome. At the very end of the last video, our generator broke. It is shutting down, there's a malfunction, and there's nothing we can do about it for at least another 5.5 hours, although we could probably reduce that time by a little bit if we wanted to do an emergency set of repairs, which cost me some wood and some steel. And it's probably worth it just to buy myself a little bit more time, so let's go ahead and try that out. So yeah, that did shave off about 40 minutes from repairing the generator, but that's not going to be nearly enough. And of course, it's the middle of the night, which means it's kind of cold. And I'm imagining that as we continue to play, we're going to start seeing the temperature going down, down, down. Well, I say that. For the most part, it looks like everyone is maintaining their livable condition thanks to the insulation. Like, at least so far, it's not all that bad. I don't know. This may be a very good argument for why we want to have even more insulation in all of our housing, though, just in case something like this happens again when it's a lot colder. You know what I mean? Alright, we got someone hungry, but at least nobody is currently sick, so that's something. We're still building out more automatons. Let's go ahead and set someone up on the workshop. It's not going to be as efficient, but at least it does translate into some free technology. The engineers are still on their way to the Dreadnought site. In a few hours, we should see the next stage in our quest. What's this here? An automaton can't refuel. Oh, crap! That does make sense. Yeah, if the generator is broken, my automatons can't do a dang thing. Well, that's a problem. I didn't think that through. Huh. Alright, well then, all the more reason for you guys to hurry the heck up and repair this dang thing. It's gonna be fine, we're almost there. Barely. Okay, let's just take a quick look. How's the temperature looking? Temperature is completely fine regardless. Are you putting out any heat? It is still putting out a tiny bit of heat. Like, it's not lost everything yet. So I kind of wonder if when it gets down to 0%, that's when we start seeing everything get cold again. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Whatever. The point is, it's going to be fixed. We made it through our first crisis. Boom! The generator is operational. It's operational again. You can turn it on safely. However, the next breakdown will be more difficult to repair. If you keep engineers employed at the repair station, they will monitor the generator, and when it breaks down again, they will repair it faster. So clearly, we want to have this repair station as fully manned as is feasible. That is what that must mean, right? All right, so is this thing on now? It's shutting down, but still burning coal. Well, turn back on then. There, see? Fire it back up to life! Fwadoom! And it just got a lot colder, didn't it? Yep, it's getting colder. Okay, all the more reason we really, really do want to have that insulation up and a-running. Let's turn this up to steam level 2, because I'm suspecting we're going to need that. Let's see how far it drops. 1 heat level, 2, 3, a million, not sure yet, minus 40. Okay, I kind of am thinking that maybe level 1 or level 2 steam is going to be sufficient. Let's actually keep it at steam level 1 and just kind of see how the temperature rests. It might be sufficient as is. Alright, in just a couple of hours, we should have our engineers arrive at the Dreadnought, which means we can officially start the repair process, and at that point, I imagine, we're going to see a load of resources being sent over there, which is going to be a pain. But what can you do? Alright, let's see. Everything is really still at a livable heat. I mean, there are some places that are chilly, yes, but overall, not enough that there's really much risk of getting ill at all. I think we're going to be fine. Okay, I am temporarily going to reduce the number of engineers working here and send some back to the workshop to continue improving the integration of my automatons. You still have 5 engineers on you. And you have 5 engineers. No, wait. You have 5 engineers. Okay. So the rest can stay here then, I guess. We don't have any medical issues to worry about at the moment. New automaton has been built. Huzzah! What do I want to do with it? They're not as efficient, I don't think, as the engineers themselves. Can we do a direct comparison? Curious, actually. Does it really say? I don't know. The Mark II Lowlander. Base efficiency 70%. Is the base efficiency of generic engineers 100%? I mean, if that's the case, then I do want to leave engineers on here where I feel like I can. But what do I want to do with this other automaton? It's a very good question. I think we go ahead and... I can't put the automatons in the infirmary yet. We never did unlock that. Is there anything? There is a little bit of wood left to get this sawmill, but not much. I don't know, actually. I don't feel like there's a whole lot that we need with this particular automaton. I may have overcommitted myself a little bit here. Let's instead start building some prosthetics while we sit around and wait. And the other guys can just go to... I can't get any more steel. Alright, maybe we do go ahead and just put the automaton over here on the workshop. And then shove whatever extra engineers I can on the station, just in case it breaks down again right away, which I don't think will happen, but if it does, you never know. Evacuation transport has reached the Dreadnought. Sir, the first of the crew has just reached the Dreadnought. They can now start refitting it. The people we evacuate will need cabins and food rations. If we don't make sure they have them, they'll die during the journey, of course. The more people we send, the more they'll need. You'll have to balance this to ensure a successful evacuation. To convert the first deck into cabins, you'll need 300 steel and 1 steam core. Aha! I knew there was going to be a need for these steam cores. To feed the people currently on the Dreadnought, we'll need 250 food rations. Okay, so if we send all those resources to the Dreadnought, we'll be in good shape for now. I do have some food rations to work with. I'm a little concerned that my cookhouses are not keeping on pace with the food. Let me check something real quick. We shouldn't be overproducing that much. Whatever, anyway. Alright, so... cabins... balance. I guess it goes up by tiers. Ah, deck 2 requires 7... Wow, all the way up to deck 5. 4,000 steel for that deck? And 4 steam cores. Holy heck, you need, like... You need almost 10,000, like 9,000 steel to build this darn thing out. And 10 steam cores. Yikes! Okay. Let's take a look at the provisions real quick. So we needed to send a total of 250 rations, which we shall do. We also needed a steam core and 300 steel to build out a cabin deck. Once the deck is done, I imagine we can send some people. It strikes me as a little bit risky. I'm not going to send any people... Well, I guess I can send some children. We can afford to send some children since I'm not doing anything with them. What does that do for me? I don't know. Alright. For now, let's just send 20... No. Because here's the thing. I'm guessing that we're going to find ourselves limited by the number of people here as well. Right? Like, you don't want to send just resources. There may not be enough time to send the train. You want to always be sending some people along with it, or maybe there isn't enough time for an evacuation. That's a hypothesis. I don't know for sure. But we definitely need to get food rations. I have enough steel for now. We can do this, and we have a steam core available. So let's go ahead and send some children to the Dreadnought with some resources. We're not going to quite fill out the cabin yet. We'll have more room for more people. So how many people can fit per cabin? That's my question. It doesn't really say up front, but if this is 30, just kind of eyeballing it, so we're at what? 55 here. I'm guessing you can fit almost 100 people per cabin? If that's the case, even if we did have the resources to get 5 decks, we wouldn't have enough room on the Dreadnought for everybody. Ooh, that makes things really, really difficult, doesn't it? I imagine we have found the source of our moral dilemmas in the future. We've refitted the Dreadnought to provide basic accommodation and supplies. Now we have to send enough coal to start it. Then we'll be able to launch when you give the order. However, there are still a number of people left in the city. To evacuate more, we need to prepare the cabins and provisions for them. Otherwise, our journey will end badly. How you proceed with the evacuation is up to you. So now it's kind of open-ended. We're going to try to save as many as we can. But I'm guessing you can't save everyone, so it's really just a challenge. How many can you save before the inevitable destruction of the generator? How much coal do we need? Coal stockpiled, 5,000 is required to launch the Dreadnought. Well, that actually can be done easily enough. If we go to our coal economy here, we're producing a ton. And even at steam level 1 right now, we're looking pretty solid. so I'm not feeling especially worried about it. We can definitely send a load of coal. 2,500. Can't do anything right now until the train returns, but yeah. We need to stockpile some coal, but I think we'll be fine on that front. I'm definitely worried about my steel. I do not feel confident that we can get anywhere close to enough steel to actually beat this. Alright, we've managed to improve the integration of our automatons. So, emergency repair doubles the effect is nice, but it was expensive. We could improve the efficiency. That is good. Alternatively, I mean, depending, if we have enough insulation in our houses, like, maybe we're not that worried about it. Maybe we're not too worried about the generator failing until it gets extremely cold, you know? Is there anything that I can do that would get me more steel? The advanced steelworks is done. There are no other technologies there. The only thing I can think of that would make it better is if we improved the integration of my automatons even further to 90%. That is the only way I will get any more steel. And now that we know how much freaking steel we need, freaking heckfire, maybe this is worth doing now? I'm only producing, what, 300 somewhat steel per day? There's not enough time. This would increase that a little bit. The earlier I do this, the better. Maybe that is exactly what we need to do. Maybe we wait, and I think we have to. I think we have to max out our steel production as much as we can. What am I doing that is costing me steel? Oh, I'm making prosthetics. That's what's happening. Got it. Okay, let's go for the automaton integration level 3. That is going to max out my steel production a little bit more. The absolute best that I can do, shy of, I suppose what we could do is actually save the automatons during the day and go for the 100% efficiency by having the workers do it. And at night, have the automatons work this. That seems reasonable enough, although currently they're only at 90% efficiency for reasons. But yeah, we do eke out a tiny bit more. Okay, I guess that does technically work. Grim news, there's been a terrible industrial accident. Almost an entire team of workers has been killed. Should we cover it up or tell them? The accident will be covered up or hope will fall. I think we have to cover it up. But I'll bet you... Wait. Well, I guess we don't... I suspect we're going to get blackmailed, and when people find out, it's going to be even worse. But hope falling is always bad. Let's take the risk. 7 people are dead, but we're not going to explain to anyone where... Well, still lost hope. Oh, boy. I'm a little worried about our hope going down to 0. How else am I supposed to raise hope at this point? We haven't gotten nearly enough stuff. Let's do the propaganda bulletin. That helped a bit. But yeah. Jeez. This is turning out to be a very unusual and difficult scenario. I really dig it, but it's tough. Blackmail. Oh, I knew this was going to happen. An engineer takes you aside. He lays before you a map of the area around Winterhome. I know you lied to us. There are no known settlements nearby. I've kept this to myself, haven't even told my wife, so far. In exchange for his silence, he demands to be sent to the Dreadnought with his family. You'll have to send 2 engineers and 2 children. Or we can ignore him, or and there's who knows what the heck happens, or kill the engineer! That's gonna lead to more blackmail, isn't it? Can I afford to lose 2 engineers? I have to. I don't know. I don't know. What are the odds that you get caught on that for killing the engineer? Because losing 1 engineer is better than losing 2. So I was tempted to assassinate him. But I'm also very concerned that by doing so, we're just creating a whole new host of problems. Forget the ethical implications. That is the last thing I'm concerned about right now. Yeah, these prostheses are going to end up being quite expensive, aren't they? They are indeed, but I don't have the technology for anything else, really. Alright, so it's free time, which means now we switch back to the automatons and keep producing more steel at night. Hooray! Yikes, man. It's weird. I think it's really creepy, by the way, that we've created a society where our automatons can self-replicate and discover new technology to improve themselves. We're freaking creating Frostpunk Skynet! Alright, streamlined prostheses would cost me 25 steel to make, but it also saves half the steel. It would save more steel than it would lose me eventually. Is it worth it right now, or is it worth getting something else? House insulation comes to mind. Alternatively, better repairs. Gosh dang, there's so much to do. I don't need more labor right now. I think we're going to max out my repair station efficiency for now, since we seem to be doing okay on insulation and I'm not too worried about it. But we'll want to get that soon before it gets colder, because you know it's only going to get colder from here on out. It's not going to get better. That's just ridiculous. Alright. Alright, someone's sick. That's not good. Treat them. Why is it cold? Why are people cold? The care house? Is the care house the problem? Turn up the temperature. You guys can't be... Who's living in a cold area? None of y'all should be cold. We can turn off the heat here, by the way. We have an automaton working here, don't we? No, we don't. Oh. Oh, well then. Yeah, we did lose 10 people at the wall drill, didn't we? I forgot about that. Ah! That's funny. Alright, we're not going to worry about it right now. Yeah, more people are getting cold. I'm not sure why. You all should be fine. Are you wandering around at night? Sounds like your fault. Let's go to the Book of Laws. So is there anything in the adaptation that we really want? No. We're not doing too bad in, like, we're not doing too bad in terms of discontent, so dueling law doesn't make a lot of sense. Extra rations for the ill would get me recovery speed. Triage is okay. Extended shift would get me more what exactly? If we already have the automatons working steel and that's my primary bottleneck, this doesn't help me much. So I think what we care about is hope. Let's go to purpose. Foreman would get me more materials, but meh. We could go for the Pledge of Loyalty. A permanent hope bonus sounds really good. Let's do a Pledge of Loyalty. I don't care if I'm crossing a line here, okay? Wrongdoers can now redeem themselves by agreeing to cooperate. Sign a freaking contract. Yeah, you better watch out. The nables be falling over themselves to sign. This'll turn our people against each other. It's just like North Korea. Or something. I don't know. Hang on, I'm getting a phone call. Okay. Wow. Okay, so it's telling me up front here that what we need is 500 people sent to the Dreadnought to win. 5,000 coal and 5,000 food rations. Yeah, once again, we really do need an absolute metric ton of food. I say that we go ahead and get some resource posts set up once again. Just a couple, to make sure we're improving our food storage a little bit. I'm not worried about coal right now, though. I am worried that we don't have enough people treating the sick, and that means we need to free up some engineers and go and treat them ASAP. And that means less research time, somewhat, and we probably should go ahead and build more automatons. Yes, I know I need more steam cores. Am aware, but I think as we build out the deck, I can dismantle them. For now, we want the temporary bonus of having the automatons doing more work for me. I think. A lot of people sick. Was there some dead bodies that were too close or something? I don't like the people who are working in these sawmills and stuff where it's really cold. Aha! Well, it's really cold over here, yes, but no one should be there. I don't know. I don't know why people are getting sick. They shouldn't be. As far as I'm concerned, they shouldn't be. I thought I took care of you guys, you know? Thought I helped. Thought I made everything better. But no. Okay. Too cold. Oh, good. It's getting colder. This is exactly what I was afraid might happen. Let's raise up the steam level to level 2. See how much that helps. Yeah, it's chilly. Oh, it's very, very chilly out here. Uh-huh. Freezing cold, in fact. Okay, well, we can increase the temperature a lot. Like, I have plenty of coal to go around. Looks like we're back to a pretty livable condition. You will be turning on in just a couple minutes. Work time, and the temperature should go up nicely. Gathering posts are very cold. Getting insulation there would certainly help. We're doing so well on coal production right now that I feel like we could afford to increase our coal consumption a little bit further with steam level 3 without really having any problems. New automaton built. Don't need lumber right now. Would like to continue with my research. Let's go ahead and add something new. More efficiency. Costs a lot, but yeah, an extra 10% means that the generator doesn't shut down, and it's cold enough that I'm now worried about it. Alright, let's just go ahead and max that out. Let's max that sucker out. I'm going to leave a steam core for now, and let's get some more prosthetics built. Gotta keep helping these amputees. It'll free me up to send more people to the Dreadnought without any problems. Speaking of the Dreadnought, we're about to be done over there. Let's get some extra raw food and food ration storage. Limited space. Sir, we have some bad news concerning the Dreadnought. The space aboard is limited. We can and should build additional cabins, but we won't be able to save everyone in Winterhome. Good! All I need to do is just trigger a rebellion and get 50 people killed, and then I won't have this problem. The rumors about limited space are already circulating in the city. People are tense and anxious. Hope falls, discontent rises. They're trying to make this harder on me, aren't they? Who would have thought that the challenging scenario is making things harder? The evacuation transport has successfully reached the Dreadnought. Okay. So, we can send a bunch of coal, and I will. We also need to send some provisions. Let's go ahead and free up some space with our food rations. That'll be enough for the people currently there. We need to send at least a couple of engineers. I don't have any available. Hang on. We have to free up 2 and 2 children. Okay, so that's my bare minimum obligation, the price of a lie. Done. If we want to finish the next cabin, we need a lot of steel, which I don't have. Oh my god. Guys, this is getting tough! Alright, let's send the rest of the children. And we're going to send a handful of workers. And we're going to send a little less coal. And we're going to send a few more rations to make sure we have enough to cover for all the people who are currently there. We can do this, and this isn't a problem. All right, we are going to send another round of people. The price of a lie, my lie is safe for now. I imagine if I get caught in the lie, that hope just completely plummets. So this is the price that I pay, but I'm all right with that. Surely the engineers will be needed aboard the most. You're probably an engineer and you're thinking for yourself, aren't you? All right, we're living in very comfortable conditions right now. We did just send a whole bunch of coal. Let's go down to steam level 2. We're okay, let's go ahead and build my stockpile back up, and once we get close to maxed out, I can increase the temperature again. We should have enough space to treat people. I don't know why you're not. All right. 116% base efficiency here is pretty nice. So we should be researching things pretty much all day, every day. We have a few engineers to spare at a workshop if I had any more automatons to spare, but I don't. So we have 2 down there, 1 building things at the factory, 3 researching. So once we finish building things at the factory, I could afford to send the last automaton to the workshop and then send things here. Once we finish treating people, I can also free up some engineers. Mild frostbite. Who became freaking ill? Okay, what's freaking cold as heck? The sawmills? Alright, we'll turn those on then. I shouldn't have people working in really cold environments, but that's what it is. It's the sawmills. What's the problem? No gatherable resources. Well, then no one should be working there! Shut her down! Why'd you even go to work that day? Pain of separation. Sir, my only son was sent to the Dreadnought. Could I go in the next transport to join him? His mother died in the Great Fire when it took our house. He has no one but me, and I'm afraid he won't survive. Send worker. There's a big question mark there. Or exclamation mark. It's a quest. I mean, I can do it. At the same time, if I make it... You know what? I'll bet you this is a trap. If I click this, it seems easily and done. In fact, it seems deceptively easy to do. I'll bet you that if I do this, people are going to get real mad that they can't get exceptions, and it causes problems. I'm going to accept the hopefall and trust. Yeah, I'm going to trust that it would have been far worse later. Yeah, wait your turn like everyone else. See what I'm talking about? Favoritism's got no place here. Exactly. Had I done it the other way, I bet you it would have been way, way worse. I think I made the right call. I think I did. Alright, we need to continue converting cabin decks. That means I need a crap ton of steel. Now the good news is, as I start emptying the city, I'll bet you I can actually start dismantling houses, and that's a way of freeing up a lot of steel. There's a thought. How many more prosthetics do I need? 19. It technically would pay for itself if I did get the streamlined prostheses. Can I send amputated people and not worry about them? It doesn't really offer the option, does it? Are amputees not allowed to leave? Prohibited? How does that work? I don't know, but I think this actually could be worth doing. I'm going to streamline the prostheses. We're not going to make any more until then, so let's take the automaton off. Let's put the other automaton here, and then let's turn this up to maximum engineering potential. And that's the best I can do at the moment. We're close to max out on coal, so let's increase my steam level. Not that we're having any problems on that front, but, you know, a little extra warmth is not going to be a bad thing for me. Who's hungry? There's so much food sitting around. You have no excuse. He won't wait. One of our workers wants to leave and try to reach a dreadnought on his own. It's the father you didn't send. Should we let him go? Discontent rises. He may get hurt. Stop him. Don't let him do it. One worker became gravely ill. Why'd you have to beat the ever-loving crud out of him? Good. Other people had to part with their kids, too. Yeah, wait your turn like everyone else. Again, I think that might have been the right call. Though it seems heartless, I think it was the right call. All right. We're building up a pretty good stockpile of steel, and I need as much as possible for research and other things. Good news is we haven't had to do any emergency shifts in a while. And that probably will continue to be the case, thanks to the use of our dreadnoughts. I'm okay on wood for the time being. Don't think we have to worry about any more of that. This cookhouse has nothing to do. Yeah, this sawmill can get dismantled. There's nothing to do there. So let's go ahead and turn that sucker off. What we could do is start dismantling our housing in strategic locations so that we can turn off heating during the evening. Right here, for example. Like, how much housing do we actually need? Vacant beds, 154? Yeah, we can afford to get rid of a lot of these. Okay, actually, that's a good thing. Let's dismantle some bunkhouses and have people move to a different area of town. That will scrounge up a few extra materials. And if I'm understanding correctly, that means we still have... It says 104 vacant beds. Is that even correct? Streamline prostheses is done. Good, now we can build them much cheaper. Okay, new technology. We need... What's optimized? I don't care if they're produced faster. That's irrelevant to me at this point. Not going to make any more automatons, so it's too little too late for that. Medical posts would be a good thing for emergencies, but we can wait on that a little bit. Food and health. House insulation. Keep people warm. Efficiency, power upgrade, range upgrade, emergency repair upgrade. I'm probably not going to use this because I know I can't afford to use any of my steel. I don't need to be more efficient. What we could do is just increase the range, but I think we're okay in terms of heat right now. So... It actually, I think, does come down to getting some extra insulation for a little bit. We're not going to be upgrading any of my bunk houses to houses. I can't afford the steel cost, but we can make what houses we do have more efficient with their heat. Who the heck is hungry? Alone in this world. Are you... You're disposing of a corpse. Those guys died, like, yesterday. How long did it take you guys? An unpopular decision. Yeah. What's this? Stowaways! We found stowaways in the evacuation center. Some people are so afraid that they're unwilling to wait for their turn and want to make for the dreadnought on their own by stealing supplies. If we let this escalate, we won't be able to carry out the evacuation. Send the guards in. You cannot allow stowaways. I know everyone wants to get out, but if we let people descend into a panic now, we're doomed. We're just freaking doomed. That's all there is to it. Okay. We still have a couple of engineers sitting around with nothing to do. We do need still people in the infirmary. Okay. Tomorrow morning, we're going to go ahead and let... Actually, we can just go ahead and let engineers work here. The engineers have nothing else to do. I say we queue up 15 more prostheses to finish this off. Just build what you can during the day. In the meantime, my automatons stay exactly where they are. Guys, this is getting tense, and more people are getting freaking sick. What are you doing? Where are you going? I am not of understanding. There shouldn't be... I mean, the hunters' hangars, sure, but you guys are fine. No, it doesn't make sense. No one should be feeling ill right now. You all are fine. You're lying to me. And I know it. Are you disposing of a corpse at night? Is that the problem? Because if so, well, then you deserve exactly what you get. Another day, another shift. That's life. Heck yes, it frickin' is. More technology. Insulation's done. Good. We're gonna go for some gathering post insulation, since that's where most of my people are currently sitting. And we're gonna go with that for now, and I think I have to end this video. But my god, there's so dang much to do and so little time. And when's the generator gonna break next? Who knows? It's gonna only get colder too, by the way. We all know that to be true. Yikes. This is a difficult scenario, but I'm loving it so far. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If so, then be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.